Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dugout Sport Podcast. My name is Aditola Oluwaseyi Roberts, and welcome to the Breakdown Corner. Okay, as you can see, this is not our usual programming. This is a new segment that we are all working on. It's the Breakdown Corner, where I or my co-host Theo come and then take a few topics and then break it down. So, let's get to it. First of all, I'm a Nigerian, as you all know, so we're going to start with the Nigerian angle to things, and we're talking about the BAL, the Basketball African League. And recently, our representative Rivers Hoopers just did a good run in their last qualifying group stage, where they ended up with a 4-2 winning record to top the table there and book their qualification to the main tournament, the playoffs as they call it. And I would like to talk about a couple of points there. I mean, basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble around the court. Don't mind me, I'm just messing around. So the first three games they played, they definitely won. They won their games, not so easily, but convincingly. And the guys played well. And the new additions, the likes of Amayo, Perry, AK, those guys, they showed their stuff. They showed that they're professionals. They're well experienced. They've been playing this for a long time and consistently for a long time. Not just for a long time, but consistently. So it showed when they stepped onto the court, and we can actually see the reason why these guys were gotten to be a part of this team to represent Nigeria, the Nigerian representative as Rivers Hoopers. So I'd like to say that we need to touch on a couple of points here. And these points have to go with the players, the caliber of players that were brought in. And we'll start from, for me, the personal favorite, like the best of them. That's Will Perry, the point guard. I mean, he's about 6'2", thereabout. He actually balled out. I mean, seeing him for the first time in National Stadium, where they had the runs, the trainings, and the friendlies before they eventually traveled, I was a bit skeptical. I mean, it's my fault, I won't lie. But I looked at him. I mean, I knew that he could play, he could shoot. But I was like, is he physical enough? Because this African game is a bit more physical and technical. But he showed that he could actually hold his own with these tall, strong guys. And it showed. The first three games, he was dictating the play. He was controlling the game, the tempo, scoring some major buckets. And it was crucial in the last game that they won from the free throw line, which was actually a problem in that game. I mean, the game went to double overtime, and it was a game that the boys could have actually won it if they were clinical on the free throw line. They missed 6 free throws in the last 4 minutes of regulation time, and then in the first overtime also. But I digress. So the likes of Will Perry, Amayo, AK, these guys, they came up clutch. I mean, AK in the last game was actually very, very, very calm. He was on 4 fouls, and he played the double overtime with 4 fouls. So he actually knew what he needed to do. As I said, being professional, having been in that kind of situation consistently, you get to know what you need to do at that point, not to foul, not to get drawn into making silly challenges. So all in all, I actually enjoyed the fact that these guys came and they balled out, and now we're going to the competition proper. But now that brings me to my other point, and the other point is our league, our Nigerian National League, the NBBF League. Now, the Rivers Hoopers are Nigerian champions, and they did so by playing in the, I would say, abridged league, 2 months thereabout league that they played, and this team was filled with home-based players. You can see that when I was talking about the Rivers Hoopers that played in BAL, I didn't mention the likes of Garamola, likes of what's his name? Their big man, Victor Okoko. I mean, he got some minutes. I didn't mention Victor. I didn't mention our personal favorite, Abel Ofia. I didn't mention a host of guys that are actually home based. That actually are in the tournament also, but they did not get enough playing time. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not saying the coach is at fault in that. I mean, the coach wants to win, and he went with the lineup that got him the result. So my issue with this whole situation is that our home-based boys, are not competition ready. I mean, not just competition ready. The level of competition that the BAL dictate, the BAL deserve, the BAL expects from you when you come to play in the BAL. Our home-based boys, they are not ready for that kind of smoke, and it showed. I mean, the little minutes they got to play, it showed that this stage was, I mean, with lack of not with lack of better words, but let me just say it was overwhelming for these boys because it showed. I mean, these are guys that toured the Nigerian league. They tore it open. I mean, they were beaten. They went unbeaten. They did not lose any game winning the championships. They did not lose any game. They were blowing teams out, throwing up alley oops. Abel was lights out from 3 points. But the competition here was maybe a bit more comfortable for them. But when they now went out to go and play against other professionals, other people that have been playing this game consistently, it showed. That's why the coach went with a team that he was sure could bring the heat when it needed. And that was why the game 4, you could see that these boys were tired. I mean, the likes of Perry, Amayo, AK, and they were tired because they've been playing almost all the minutes of the previous 3 games that they won. So it showed. But then again, the coach still couldn't put in these home base boys when he needed them because he needed the victory and he wasn't sure. Because that's what I believe. I believe he wasn't confident enough in the home base players to bring in to close out games. And it showed. And I'm not saying the coach did a very bad thing by not playing them. No, the coach did a fantastic job. Because whether we like it or not, professional sports has always been a game of results. And the coach needed those results. And he came for it. So, we need to look into how to make our league better, more consistent. It's not that when there's bar coming up in 5 months, then we quickly run around and say, okay, let's do a league in 2 months. No, these guys need to play at least 7 to 8 months of consistent top level basketball in order for them to be ready for competitions like bar. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that improvement needs to be made in Nigerian Basketball League. I mean, I don't know where it's coming from, and I mean, I'm not into sports administration. I'm into sports analysis, so I don't know where it's coming from, but it needs to come from somewhere. Either it's from foreign investors or it's from us in this country looking in and saying, okay, we need to get this right. We need to get this straight. We need to get these boys competition level basketball consistently in Nigeria in order to have them ready. So it won't be like next time when we need to go for competitions like BAL, we will now have to get rid of half the team to accommodate like 5 to 6 players coming from abroad to come and play. The good thing about these players that came from abroad, though, with the exception of Will Perry, they are Nigerians. That's why I'm actually very, very happy. So I'm happy that they are Nigerians. So it's not like we went abroad and looked for any kind of players. We actually went abroad and looked for Nigerians that are actually playing well to come and showcase their stuff. Because we look at it this way, if they do well at the bar, maybe even win it, maybe these guys could definitely end up getting better contracts playing basketball in better leagues abroad. So that's actually a good one. So I'll leave that there. I mean, I'll let people that are in the sports administration to see what they can do to make our league very, very, very good and very consistent. I like a situation where they can play consistent, competitive basketball for at least 6 to 7 months, rather than have them play flamboyant, sweet-looking basketball for 1 month, and then they will have to wait for the rest of the year for another competition. Like, I mean, thank God for the likes of Crown Elites and Lewis Edem, and now PG Raiders just came up. Thank God for those guys doing these things, keeping these guys competition ready to a point. And I hope they continue doing the good work, and hopefully it gets bigger. So remember to like, share, and subscribe. Share the video, subscribe to the channel. It's a very small channel we're trying to grow. So please, we need your subscription, we need your likes, we need your comments. Comment below. Let me know what you think about the situation of Nigerian basketball, and also what you feel about the Rivers Hoopers, their chances going forward, if they can win the bar and bring the gold home. Just drop the comments.